This is Patchy Mix taking on Sergio Pettis. Already pushing across the... Damn, look at all that blood. There you go. Beautiful guard pass. Beautiful guard pass. Like, I've talked to Aljo, and Aljo says his ground's really good. He's very hard to deal with. He overwhelms his opponents to force the fight so they get the grappling going, or the striking, whatever he wants to do. And I think a lot of the fans are going to love it. He literally pushes himself off the cage. Yeah. Now he has all this room. He puts him on the choking hand side. He also traps this arm. And I can't wait to see what he does in his debut against Mario Bautista. What is going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. We got another breakdown for you. This is Patchy Mix taking on Sergio Pettis. Now, we have a new contender in the UFC at the Bantamweight division. Patchy Mix steps into the scene. I've been following his career for a very long time. He's done a lot of his career in Bellator, and he's beat Sergio Pettis. He's beat Rafael Stouts. He's beat Kyoto Horiguchi. He's beat a lot of big names. And a lot of times people don't get the opportunity to shine on the biggest platform in America, which is the UFC. He gets the opportunity as he takes on Mario Bautista, stepping in on short notice. Now, he is a legit contender at 135. He's been a champion in Bellator. Like I said, I didn't have the list other people he's beaten already, and we're gonna break this fight down. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live. Oh, that's right here. Here we go. Now let's see if we get his stats. Look at this. He's beaten this guy, Rafael Stouts, Magomedov, and also Kyoto Horiguchi, and he also beat Sergio Pettis. So he is legit. He's absolutely legit. He's big for the division. He's tall, long, lanky, great submission, great knees up the middle. He's very well rounded, and he also trains in Vegas with Aljamain Sterling. What else is the gentleman's name? Rob Davalishvili. So he's training with high-level fighters in the UFC. And another thing to mention too, he was in that whole debacle when PFL bought Bellator, and he was just sitting on ice. He wasn't staying active because they couldn't get him a fight. His contract got absorbed by PFL. Now he's finally free and he can fight in the UFC. Just want to give you guys some more context of like where this guy come from. What's going on, guys? This video is sponsored by PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game we play directly from your phone or the computer. All you gotta do is go to your app store, download PrizePicks, and when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY. They got a cool promotion going on right now. All you gotta do is play $5 and you're gonna get $50 instantly. Real money sports action made easy. And you have the UFC 316 right around the corner. Marab taking on Sean O'Malley 2. Make sure you guys get your picks in at the right place, which is PrizePicks, and it makes the fight that more interesting. And already, you guys already know I'm gonna go with less when it comes with Sean O'Malley, because when you look at these strike numbers right here, boys, depending on what the numbers are at, it's a 5-round fight. Sean is not a very high volume athlete when it comes to punches. He is more focused on landing that sniper shot. So boys, make sure you're locking your picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. Okay. Look how long he is. Already pushing across the void, trying to force the fight. I always tell people who force the fight and try to get the fight going, and it's only been 8 seconds, tends to want to fight. He wants to get on it. He wants to make the car crash happen. Trying to get there, trying to get across that void, get his hands on his opponents because he likes to grapple and he likes to get on people's backs. Sergio Pettis is one of the best on the feet in in mixed martial arts. Nice. Nice. Okay, he's locked up. And he's definitely locked in now. He's got both his hands locked up right there. So he's probably going to succeed with this takedown. Now it's going to depend on how Sergio Pettis decides to go down. Up. Now you guys probably wonder why. So a lot of people go back and forth. Take your opponent to the middle of the cage or leave him against the cage. So we know Sergio's, he has a ground game off his back, but he probably going to use the cage to get back up to his feet. So he took him away from there so he could put him in the middle and be able to have all this open space to be able to try to work around and pass his guard and all that stuff. So let's see what happens. Okay, lands in his guard. Okay, now he's going to start his game. Damn, look at all that blood. Jeez, what happened? So he's going to run him to the end. Trying to pass that guard. Sergio Pettis has got a very good guard. He's trying to work for that triangle, but he can't do it because he's pressed up against the cage. Beautiful guard pass. Almost. Going to the mount. No, not yet. There you go. Beautiful guard pass. Beautiful guard pass. Like, his ground is really good. Like, I've talked to Aljo, and Aljo says his ground's really good. He's very hard to deal with because he has a certain style that he implements when he grapples against people. Okay, good job by Sergio Pettis for getting him back into butterfly guard. Okay, looks like pass guard again. And what he's doing too, just so you guys are like, man, how's he passing that guard? So Sergio Pettis is elevating him, trying to elevate him, keep him in a butterfly guard. And he's basically allowing his hips to go up. And when his hips go up, he's sashaying. He's switching his hips this way. And it's pushing Sergio Pettis' hips that way. And that's why he's able to pass each time on that side. He's done it 3 times already. I don't know if you guys caught that, but he's being elevated and he's shifting his hips to the right. And then basically a beautiful like knee leg drag type of style. While also pinning down Sergio Pettis' head. Mike Misimichi's done it to me before. Guys who are longer than their opponents are able to do that because it's basically like they're, you know, let's say this is an opponent right here, and then you have this, we call it T-top. I'm putting my weight on you with my shoulders, and then I'm able to shift my hips, and your knees are here. I can shift my hips this way, and it turns your hips that way, and I'm able to go this way. So it's a very unique passing style for people who are longer. Very dynamic. Kneeing the elbow, kneeing the bicep. Just smothering Pettis. Pettis can't really do anything because the cage is here. He can't shrimp away, get his guard back. He could go this way, but you know, he's got to shrimp off the cage. So Patchy Mix is destroying him right here. Oh, he's starting to climb the cage now. Yep. Oh. All right, here we go. Round 2. Look, slowly getting there. High kick. Like he's constantly... Look, he's constantly just pressing this from southpaw position, right? Pettis isn't throwing any body kicks because he's probably worried about him getting caught. And he's slowly just working his way across the void, peppering, trying to frustrate, overwhelm Sergio Pettis. And that's what his game he does in all his fights. Even when he fought Kyoji Horiguchi, he's overwhelming him. Kyoji Horiguchi, you know, Kyoji's very good about going this side, this side. He overwhelms his opponents to force the fight so they get the grappling going or the striking, whatever he wants to do. He's pretty well rounded, and I think a lot of the fans are going to love it as long as they can appreciate how he's not going to stand there and bang and take a shot. He's going to navigate to the victory the least path of resistance, which is what you want to do in mixed martial arts. You don't want to have a slugfest and get CTE and concussions. You want to be able to get the job done with no effort spent whatsoever. Or get hit hard. Woi. Woi. Lock him down. He's got the clinch. Knee. Goes from the shot. Got his arms locked. He has long arms too. Very, very long arms. Just the back. Hook in. Pushes off the cage. Pushes him into the middle. Okay, I like this position. A lot of people, I just talked about this in the seminar, especially if you have long legs. You get one hook in, and then you keep this hook right here because it keeps Sergio from turning this way, because when that foot comes exposed, he's able to keep that foot behind him and keep him on this side, which is the choking hand right here. So he has a very high IQ, right? Let's back it real quick. He literally pushed himself off the cage, right? So you have more room to work. He's here. He gets on the back. He's got one hook in, right? He gets on the cage, and look at this. He literally pushes himself off the cage because Sergio Pettis has no post here or no post here. So he literally pushes himself off the cage to where Sergio Pettis has no post. So he has the whole space to work the back game. Watch how he pushes himself off the cage. Yeah. Now he has all this room. He puts him on the choking hand side, right? And then he gets the, okay, he goes. He's going to go, we've talked about this before. Body triangle. And it's behind the leg. So once again, I know I talk about this all the time because I feel like people don't realize. I think a lot of people who watch mixed martial arts don't know how effective and how hard it is to get out of a body triangle, especially when you have a guy who has long legs. Once again, I'll break it down. Sergio Pettis has got to get this foot from behind, and he's got to get that behind that foot, walk the foot straight. Before he does that, he's got to turn to that side, walk it up, and then he's got to start working on this part. It's very, very hard. It's very, very frustrating. While he's doing that, he's also got to deal with the hand fighting right here. It's a very, very hard move to get out of. A lot of fans don't like it because they're like, oh, he's just holding him. He's on his back. This is... It is a very, very hard move, and it's a check move. If Sergio Pettis makes a wrong move, you get choked out. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. All right. Knee, elbow. Okay, now he went up higher. He's very flexible. So he went from body triangle. Okay, he goes from body triangle, and he also traps this arm. He's pushing his arm down here. Pushes the arm down. Let's continue. Pushes the arm down. Throws it over locks the shoulder, which attached to the shoulder is the elbow and then the hand. Locks that up. Sergio recognized it and he tried to trap that arm so he can't bring that out and trap the whole thing. Doesn't matter. He got it. Now, then it's all she wrote. High level grappling. Very flexible. And that's it. That's it. So, guys, he is a legit contender in the bantamweight division. This man almost fucking bigger than the ref. Very, very, very tough. Very, very athletic. Very, very skillful. Very, very high IQ. Now, it always comes down to what can they do in the, you know, toughest division. I like this addition to the UFC. The reason why is because when you look at, let's take a look at, I was looking at his record. I mean, Magomed, Sergio Pettis, Rafael Styles, Magomed Magadov, Kyojo Horiguchi, James Gallagher, Albert Morales. Juan Archuleta is the only one who beat him, but it was a 5-round decision. You can go on both ways. Other than that, all victory. So he's only got one loss to Juan Archuleta. Juan Archuleta, has been doing nothing lately. He's on a 3-fight losing streak, and he's also a little bit older. He is 37, so he probably be retiring soon. But let's look at the UFC division. I actually like this because you had a couple new additions to the UFC bantamweight division. Alessandro Topuria, that is something that I am, you know, he's in the division as well. Let's go to Marab. Let's go to the, how do we get to the bantamweight division? I don't care about the title holders. You athletes. Men's. How do I just look at the fucking athletes, dude? I don't care about. This website's laid out horrible. Or maybe I just don't know how to navigate it. Let's go. Oh, they have 3,000 athletes. Let's go to Rankin's hand. Rankin's athletes. Here we go. Okay. So when you look at the bantamweight division, you have Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan, Umar Nurmagomedov, Corey Sandhagen, Song Yodong, Divison Figueiredo. I'd like to see Figgy go down to 125 again. Marlon Vera, okay, Rob Font, Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo is probably, he's got one more fight. You got Mario Bautista. And then I'm not sure the rest of these guys, but you also have Patchy Mix and you also have Alessandro Topuria in this division. So I like where it's going. I like how they're adding more contenders to the division. And I can't wait to see what he does in his debut against Mario Bautista. So, boys, if you enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know we go live.